Ugh. Holy.
It's not so bad. Smells like discipline.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Thomas I Watch.
See, that's when he gets loud.
That's where the loud
thing you make people listen to every time.
Oh, he does. He certainly does.
They love it.
Oh God.
They pay us to listen to this. You hear us talking about you guys? My name is Tom.
My name is Jeff, and we watch Batman.
We do. We've been known to do this.
And we are blessed. Is that the word?
Yeah.
We are blessed
Yeah.
to offer
It's definitely a B word.
unique.
Wow, coming in hot already.
We have a guest. This is only our second guest we've ever had.
And probably last if all goes according to plan.
previous guest was John Reimann, your brother.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He did Batman 66. Yes.
He did Batman
Old broskies.
66, and
He
now
did.
we are doing a very special episode featuring comedian, actor, voiceover extraordinaire, Valerie Tosi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Valerie.
Insert smattering of applause here.
There it is. People clap.
they're clapping.
A lot. I get tweets a lot. They're like, we clap out loud during most of.
They send us their little iPhone voice memos, just
Yeah.
them applauding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice. You know, it's nice. It's nice to get a little bit of attention.
I'm glad
from
you get
them.
validation somewhere because I know where you don't get it.
Oh,
Let me tell you, I know where I don't get it too.
oh, wait.
Not for me. I'm just saying.
It's just from Val.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, in general, I
should tell them who I am just so they understand why all of the hostility
I mean,
is coming
I
at
feel
you.
like they know. I've announced that we're doing a tour together. I mean, people should figure it out that we are dating.
Oh, well.
For now, upon current recording of this podcast,
right.
we are together.
We'll see what happens once that tour ends.
Yeah.
For the tour. So
Once day 3 of that tour ends.
My favorite is that my mom is contemplating going to the Worcester show, which is Joe's homecoming show, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Did you just call me Joe? You just
Did I say
fucking
Joe?
called
You
me
did say Joe. You did say Joe.
Who the fuck is Joe, Val? So Val and I used to date.
Right.
And I, it's funny because we've been. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Thank
oh, yeah.
you.
Sorry.
Thanks, Joe. So I realized that my mom and Jeff's mom are gonna meet for the first time at this show, and I asked him what he thought about that. And Jeff, what was your response to that?
Well, I don't know. I just know I don't want it to happen.
I know.
I think that's my response.
I forget what I said,
Well,
but
it's because both of our moms are basically the same. Like they're loud, opinionated Bostonian women, and so
it's
can't
just a
end
lot of
well.
volume. We're gonna have mics, and we're still gonna be the second and third loudest people.
yeah, 100%.
You're going to have to throw your moms out of the comedy show. You realize that?
Throw them from the train out of the comedy show.
We should take bets on whose mom gets kicked out first. I bet it's mine.
My mom won't drink. She won't. She doesn't really.
Oh, and until my mom forces alcohol down her
Could
gullet.
you imagine that? My mom is like a not much. She drinks like a wine very rarely, and to see my mom get like obliterated would be hilarious.
Yeah, she's gonna need Mel Nino, and it's all gonna go downhill from there.
So we decided we're going to offer up. This is our first animated special that we're going to offer up as a free episode.
Okay.
And it is available on Amazon.
It is, yes.
So if you're an Amazon, if you're a person,
if you're an Amazonian,
use your Amazon account and queue up Batman and Harley. You have an hour and 14 minutes to watch it. We'll wait.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, we set the time aside.
You
we
can hit
knew.
pause
Mm-hmm.
and do it. Welcome back. Sorry you had to sit through that.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not. It's not good.
It's definitely
it's beyond
not good.
great. It's not good. There are several moments though that are what the fuck moments.
Mm-hmm.
And one moment that I will say is genuinely great. There is one scene that is genuinely great.
Oh, I remember which one you thought was great.
No, it is good. It's really great.
Detect the non-endorsement in that statement.
was
I don't think
cool.
she's mired in the Batman lore as much as me.
I know pretty surface level stuff when it comes to
Batman,
Yeah,
the Batman.
Yeah.
Batman and Harley Quinn. They are
What a-
riding the popularity of Harley Quinn and Big Bang Theory to throw Bernadette's ass into the Harley role for some reason. For some reason, they didn't get one of the two very talented voice actors.
Well, one of them doesn't do voice work anymore, I think.
Okay, so Tara Strong.
So it's just Tara Strong.
Who's great at it.
Yeah.
And they were just like,
Was
no.
she doing Harley before?
Yeah, she was. I think she's the.
She's
Harley voice.
She's done it in the Arkham games, and I think in some of the animated series.
She does good sound-alike. Stuff for where it was originally. And then they were just like, you know who needs more money? Somebody on The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
And they
thank God
that.
for it. Thank God.
And I think this was a big problem. I think this was something that was sort of tweeted about, was about how a lot of animated films are giving jobs to non-voice acting actors.
That's just like how it is with regular commercials, too.
Yeah.
They're having all these gigantic, like Jennifer Aniston doing the Smart Water campaign. It's like, does she need more money? Like, that's...
Jason Bateman in the car commercial. I'm like, is he hurting?
See,
Yeah.
But I get somebody in a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, all right, well, that's going to be our spokesperson. But when you're doing a voice for an animated character, no one's going to be like, is that Bernadette from the big... Well, I'm going to see it now.
Yeah.
Like...
Putting butts in seats.
Yeah.
Putting
selling DVD.
Putting dollars in Redbox machines.
Digital downloads.
Well, what do you think about Spider-Verse, though? Because that's pretty much all just famous actors and our voice actors that are doing it.
Sure. I would also say that Spider-Verse was a major theatrical release, and this was a direct-to-DVD sort of, here you go, take it.
Yeah.
Here you go, we made another one.
Direct to DVD, grandma bought the wrong thing
Yeah.
for Christmas.
Like, oh, this is a thing you're gonna have. Here's 70 minutes of something you're gonna regret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$14.99, please.
It was well, I also feel like some of the people that they did have that are great voice actors were underutilized. Like Mindy Sterling was in it, and she was in it for like 10 seconds, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah,
that is interesting.
We got to hear Rob Paulson sing an entire song at the karaoke
God.
bar.
Let me tell you something.
I mean, Jeff pretty much...
Spoiler alert, that's the amazing scene in this movie.
He was obsessed with it.
That is an unbelievably great scene.
Do you know how many times we had to pause that scene because Jeff wanted to really just
I was writing
feel
notes.
because he wanted to identify every villain. that
Oh,
was
I'm
in
sure.
there.
There's a lot of them in there.
There
Captain
was.
Clown is in there.
I
Captain
know.
Clown gets an appearance. Are you shitting me?
The fake lady from How to
Yeah,
Steal.
Hardak. The Hardak lady.
Hardak's
is there.
lady's
Is it
in there.
Miranda or something?
Yeah, it's Miranda.
Yeah. So we'll get to it. I don't
The
wanna
Two-Face twins are singing "Don't Pull Your Love Out."
wonderfully.
It's literally like the Two-Face twins look like if the CW animated Archie.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
They also got shot.
Yeah, they got murdered.
They got murdered.
Yeah.
Straight up murdered.
One of the only canonical murders in the animated series.
Yeah.
And here they are.
And here they are. Welcome back. There's two. Okay, fine. We'll get to that part already. There's two Catwoman 66 henchmen that send over Batman a glass of milk as a gag. It's so
And then one of them
fucking-
starts doing the Batusi right behind him.
Yeah.
making fun of him by doing the Batusi.
Yes.
I literally yelled out Batusi when that happened.
I believe that you did.
Yeah, they're the Two-Face twins are there. There's I think, and I don't know why they brushed over it. The two like Egypt or Greek goddess women that
Yes,
Poison
from
Ivy
Poison
hired were in
Ivy's
there.
from her spa. Yeah.
There was Mr. Freeze's number one. The girl in that was in
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze's gang. It was like really Maven is there. Catwoman's fucking
Don't remember who made. Oh, right.
Catwoman's
Personal assistant.
Personal assistant.
Right. Her
was
yeah.
there.
Can you guys hear the air quotes?
Are you
What about the
shitting me?
was the chick with the big fake boobs in there too?
Which Power Girl?
Yeah, that
that's
one.
something later. I had to stop because
Oh,
there's a
that's
joke.
right. That's a different part.
So we'll go
All
back.
right.
We'll cut back to
Is
the
that at the diner? We'll get
yes.
there.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut to the beginning. So we have Batman and Harley Quinn. It starts at Star Labs.
Star
Star Labs. They made the acronym easy for you.
Yeah, and yet that's what I had never heard of Star Labs before. And there's a dude that looks kind of like Swamp Thing, and then you find out, it's the Florin.
It's Jason
Man.
Woodrue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Floronic Man.
Floronic Man. He looks like kind of like a plant Hulk with T-1000 vibes. murders guards.
Yeah, he grabs one guy and like straight up X-Men Last Stands him.
Yeah, there's a lot of murder opening this movie because guess what?
Not much else happens.
This ain't your grandpa's
This ain't your
Batman
granddaddy's
the animated
series.
series because he didn't have one.
No. Why would he have?
Is that a catchphrase you guys do?
No.
Oh. You both just said it with such conviction that I was like, oh, this is a running bit.
We're convicts.
Ah.
And so we find out that Ivy is Google document searching the word biorestorative project to find stories about Alec Holland, who is Swamp Thing, which means that in the Batman animated film canon of the past 5 years, they can't stop putting Swamp Thing into these movies.
They really
this is the third Swamp Thing appearance in a Batman
It might be the
movie.
lamest one too.
Yeah, he's only in it for like 3 seconds.
He doesn't
We're gonna have
do anything.
we're gonna
I
have
know.
a blast talking about Swamp Thing. I don't want to jump all the way to the end yet, but holy shit, the Swamp Thing appearance is
At least they cast, because you're talking about giving parts away to non-voice actors. At least they cast Kevin Michael Richardson as Woodrow.
and Kevin Michael Richardson is
Man, he's in everything.
Yeah.
Right? He's all over the place.
I will say they hired the voice acting talents of Kevin Conroy as Batman
And Lauren Lester.
and
is
Lauren
Nightwing.
Lester as Robin or Nightwing, excuse me, which really kind of is establishing that this takes place in the Batman the Animated Series universe.
Yeah.
They're basically telling you that this is the case. The Harley and Ivy connection, Ivy's color scheme with like the greenish skin, it all sort of leads to them telling you this is Batman the Animated Series. And Val had a blast figuring out who the fuck Nightwing was.
I was like, he's like, oh, that's Robin, kind of. I was like, what do you mean, kind of? I was like, if he's Robin, why does he have an eagle on his chest? And he's like, well, that's because he's Nightwing now. I was like, what the fuck do you mean he's Nightwing now?
See,
and he's
he
like,
grew up.
yeah, he's like, I was like, so this is puberty Robin. I was like, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Post-puberty Robin is
Yes.
Nightwing.
He's like 23.
Right. He's too old to be a child soldier, so Batman threw him out.
But he's old enough to get passively sexually assaulted.
Right.
As we're
he's
gonna find out.
he's frat boy Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Frobin.
Robin.
Robin. Brobin.
Probin. There it is.
Brobin.
Robin, yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Just all sorts of bros.
Or Nightwang. We can use that too.
There it is. The intro credits have a very Shag vibe. If you're familiar with the artist Shag.
No.
It's a very sort of like jet setter kind of vibe to it. Very cartoony and angular, but very like kind of cool. And
Yeah, I got like a
50s.
I was about to say I got like a 50s vibe from it.
Yeah, it's very Shag. And so then we get, it's the Floronic Man. And basically, Batman spends all his time just talking shit.
He
on
really
everybody
does.
that isn't Batman.
Yeah, I'll say that. His little like under his breath comments are one of the reasons why I didn't fall asleep until the end.
His little
He is sassy Batman.
he's
Yeah.
a sassy
He's Bruce is in full on grump mode. And that reminds me, which I guess this technically could be, I don't know if we're still doing our points, but one thing I noticed, I think this is the first thing we've watched, at least in the animated movies, where he's never Bruce. Like
There's
he's
zero Bruce Wayne in
Oh
this.
yeah,
just
he
Batman
is
the
just
entire
Batman the
time.
whole time.
Well, it's not Bruce Wayne and Harley Quinn, you idiot.
That's true. That is a valid criticism.
When are we gonna get our Bruce Wayne and Harley Quinn movie? So we have like so Batman says we have two objectives. What do they want and where are they? And they're like, and then all of a sudden he goes, we need Harley Quinn. It's like, she's reformed. You can call her Harleen Quinzel. You are establishing a negative, a cyclical statement about who she is and her identity.
They continue to do this
They-
in the film.
This is abuse. This movie has a lot of abuse. A lot of like, they treat Harley like shit in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, go
well,
ahead.
as a whoop. No, I'm just kidding. So when
Wait, you're not a woman?
Well, when they call her When they keep calling her Harley Quinn, I mean, to be fair, she's dressed as Harley Quinn
Yeah.
the whole time, especially even in the diner scene. It's like, oh, I've reformed, but she's still wearing the outfit.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the well, I mean, you know, because it breaks down to before where he's like, you're a therapist, you're a psychiatrist. Like, why can't you use that? And later she's like, here's my stack of papers. It's rejection letters from hospitals and porn offers.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
I mean, of course they're not going to give her a job as
Yeah.
a therapist.
She murdered a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like-
The fact that she's not in jail is a miracle.
yeah.
She became a serial killer while she was a therapist.
Yeah.
You're not getting them gigs. So Batman goes to Argus and meets up with Sergeant, I forget his name, but he goes, hey, thank you for your help with the League of Assassins. That lady Shiva. I'd like to...
Sergeant Bender.
Yeah.
It's Bender.
Yeah, that's right.
He gets a lot of work in this, too.
John
He does
DiMaggio.
like 4 different voices. in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. I think he's Swamp Thing, isn't he?
Yeah, and he basically, he goes, I would fuck Lady Shiva. He's like, I'd like to fuck Lady Shiva, huh?
Oh God,
He
yeah.
does
All of
kinda
his,
say that.
he's gross.
What did he say? It was something. I should have written it down. I can't remember.
But
It was some. It
he's
was,
like, I'd like to,
Yeah.
you know, I'd like to.
I'd like to blast one in that
Batman's-
broad.
Batman's like, no. Also, she's the deadliest person in the world.
Yeah.
So we see Harold Goldblum is missing.
Mhm.
Batman mentions that, and then the sergeant like crushes the cup.
With his robot hand.
Yeah, with his Jamie Lannister hand.
Yeah, with his Lannister,
Harold
Lannister paw.
Goldblum. Who was that?
He was a scientist that worked at Argus. I don't know. I think he worked at Argus. We
He was a chemical professor at Metropolis U.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
right. He was working with the NSA on biological warfare. And then Batman's like, I need information on him. And he's like, no. And Batman's like, I know all about your questionable nocturnal activities. And he basically blackmails the guy because the guy essentially is he's a sexual deviant. Is basically what he's saying. He's like, you're a sub or something like that.
Batman is very judgy in this.
He is a Christian in this.
Is he's not normally this sassy in his
No, he's usually very moral and he's moral, but he's like stern. Here he's just like a judgmental asshole.
Yeah, he's being like a lame dad.
He's like become a beat cop where he's just like
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like planting weed in somebody's pocket to give him 7 years.
Yeah.
So he basically, the guy's just like, all right, this guy is an expert in man-made pandemic terrorist attacks. And he kind of, the Sarge basically intimates the best thing that could happen is this dude could get killed right now. And Batman's like, excuse me? And the guy's like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Like
Not-
this
not
guy
good.
is a
He's a liability.
poison disease expert.
Yeah, not good for him to be out there.
Like
Yeah.
he shouldn't, if he's out there, he shouldn't be. Nightwing is out looking for Harley. He's like showing pictures around. It's a very like, you belong to the city kind of a situation.
for sure.
He keeps going back to a horny hobo.
And
worth it.
Yeah.
and an elderly couple.
Oh my god.
Like a super Jewish couple.
Yep.
Also, side note, as we're going to find out, Harley Quinn is canonically Jewish in this episode.
Is she?
They establish it.
Yeah, she's like Jewish and
She
from
calls
Jersey
a woman
too.
shiksa.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
Yeah.
I was about to say like Nightwing is like interrogating Ben Stiller's parents about where Harley is.
Yeah.
they're
Woody.
they're doing like a whole routine.
It's a bit. They're doing a
bit. Like,
They're doing a whole your cousin Jeffrey.
they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're
This is rehearsed.
they're Uncle Louis or,
yeah,
Uncle Leo. They're Uncle Leoing the situation.
for sure.
But he finds Nightwing comes across Super Babes, which apparently he's never heard of before.
Yeah, I know. It's like how?
How do you not know about this place? And also it's in like kind of a shitty part of the city. It's like I would go to that restaurant. That's like a Times Square restaurant.
yeah. It's like a Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah. That's an in the know. That's like the coolest place in Austin.
Yeah, it's like Hero Hooters.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. It's Hero Twin Peaks or whatever they call it.
And so she delivers the Power Girl Jumbo Combo because Power Girl's got them huge titties.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
they did that.
That's why they called it that. All
and
right.
then Black Canary the leg and thigh because Black Canary has the long fishnets. This involved me pausing to show Val
To explain.
different Adam Hughes paintings of these two characters.
I think I might go as Black Canary for Halloween.
I'm not going to say no to that.
I didn't think so. Please continue.
Cool. I'm going to go as Power Girl. Basically, a guy's about to goose Harley, and she's like, nah, it's not going to work well. And he does, and then she breaks his fucking arm.
All the other dudes like, oh, no.
Yeah, they're like, oh, shit!
Yeah.
Which is what you do. If your friend's being a scumbag and then gets the shit kicked out of him by the woman, like, those guys should berate that man until he kills himself, or probably, realistically, that woman. He will probably do that.
Right, in the parking lot later that night.
Yeah, because he looked bad in front of his boys.
He did.
You guys know I'm here, right?
I'm just saying that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. I'm not saying we endorse that.
Yeah. So Harley leaves. She goes home. It's a long trip home.
Mm-hmm.
She is doing a whole crossword puzzle. Never looks up.
Yeah, that's right. She does almost an
It's
entire
so
puzzle.
weird.
Yeah.
Is it to just be like, oh, she's not paying attention to her surroundings. She's just a woman walking home. But really, when she's like, I know you're there.
Yeah.
Right at the end. It's
that she's buried into it.
I'm not sure if we're supposed to take away that she did it really fast because she's smart, or that it's a long trip, so she had a long time to do the whole crossword puzzle.
I think it also is to show that she's sane.
Oh yeah,
that she's a sane person, because they could have easily shown the crossword puzzle and have it be a bunch of fucking
Filled with
clown
gibberish,
words,
yeah.
ha ha ha. But instead, she really did it.
Yeah,
so
she solved it all.
I think it's doing all of those things. I think it's to add the fact that it's a long trip, the fact that she's very sane, and then the fact that she's very observant. I think that all sort of combines into it.
But she's living in a rat hole, right? It's like a condemned apartment.
She's-
building.
yeah, she's the
it's
only
a-
one there.
Yeah.
And it's like a shithole.
Perfect.
Yeah. But it's funny to me that it is locked still. She still has a key and
Right, yeah,
everything.
maybe she bought some locks.
What
I
is
don't know.
wrong?
It
What-
just seems
what?
like it's so low.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll mix it up. It'll be all right.
I'm okay. I'm just it seems like it keeps modding and lowering. And
I don't know. I guess just everybody stay right on the mic.
Really,
Okay.
just eat it?
Yeah, just eat it.
Just eat the fucking mics. Welcome to Behind the Curtain, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, gonna see how the sausage is made.
There it is.
This
This is a video cast now.
It is.
You can watch us staring at a laptop screen being like, I think the levels are a little bit off still. Can you guys get closer?
You guys think this is going to make the final cut?
Some of it will definitely.
Probably. She calls Dick out. She says, I'm trying to lead a normal life. And he provokes her to violence.
Pretty much. Yeah. He
Yeah.
says he's gonna arrest her.
No, he's being an asshole. He's provoking her to violence. This is like a cop harassing somebody and then yelling, "Stop resisting" or something.
Yeah, it's Jack Palance and Shane, where he's like, "Pick up the gun."
yeah. I mean,
You
that's
know?
exactly. And he's fucking her up basically. He has the upper hand. And then she hits him with a fucking pallet.
Yeah. Yep.
She fucking brains him with a pallet.
He banks a garbage can lid off her head.
He's brutally beating her.
Kinda,
at certain-
yeah.
she's getting licks in. I
Yeah.
get it, but it's brutal. Some of the stuff he's doing. He's kicking her in the stomach and then elbowing her in the back of the head and shit.
Yeah.
It's really
Just
it's fucking brutal.
yeah. To reflect, this is just a woman walking home from work, basically. She
Yeah.
hasn't done anything.
Yeah, she's paroled.
Yeah.
She paid her
She's just
dues.
I'm gonna beat the information out of you.
Can we talk about the sexy part now?
We're
Yes.
about to.
All right.
Yeah, because she scritches him with some Joker.
Scritches him?
Yeah, she got a little
little
thing,
baby scritch.
a little baby scritch,
And
and then kicks him right in the fucking head.
yeah, there's never a scene too where she hits him with a fucking kettlebell. There's
Oh, it was in her
it's in her
purse.
purse.
a
Yeah.
10-pound kettlebell. She walked
Yeah.
with that while doing a fucking.
Uh-huh.
That's isometrics right there. That's no wonder she's so strong, man.
Yeah.
That's a farmer's walk, a very long time.
Oh,
Bringing in that workout.
So that's some fitness bits.
Yeah. My fit bits,
My
as
fit
we like to
bits.
call them. There's a split before we get to that part. There's a part where Batman's like, I need to check out this whole place. I need to check out the scene of the crime. And the sergeant is like, because it does a quick cut, and the sergeant is like, all our guys went over it already. And then Batman's like, oh yeah, fuckface, look at this leaf.
Yeah.
Do you see
It's different.
this leaf?
And then he's like, yeah, it's a leaf.
He goes, this leaf isn't from our planet.
Yeah.
And they-
Batman goes like, this leaf's from space. yo."
So, but here's what happens, and here's why Batman is such a piece of shit in this.
Oh, God.
Because the guy goes, this is bad. And he goes, your forensic people are bad. This is a catastrophe. And it's like, Jesus, man.
Yeah.
I love that, though, that guy, like, 2 minutes later is like, I'll send my best guys. Well, you know, we're like, or who we have or something like that. It's like,
Yeah, I'll send our best. I'll send some people.
yeah, they'll be fine.
He's so thoroughly, Batman is so thoroughly demoralized, this man, for missing a leaf from space.
Yeah. Nightwing wakes up and Harley is having a conversation with herself
Yes.
about what to do. And then she shows the rejection letters and the porn offers.
Meanwhile, he is tied to the bed.
Yeah, he is tied up real good.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
And she says, like, you say I'm a criminal. They say I'm a hooah.
Real strange delivery. of
I
that.
was like, you say I'm a hooah. It's like,
She said
It's
it.
very Jersey.
Yeah.
It's the
like
exact same
Frank
way.
Reynolds and It's Always Sunny.
It's the way Joe Pantoliano said it in The Sopranos after he killed that one prostitute. He goes, Tony, she was a hooer. Like, it's exactly the same way.
it's also it's funny because it's a cartoonish way of saying it, but it's within a cartoon. So I think that's why it's so ridiculous.
Here's an interesting thing about this movie that I was just like, they keep not figuring out what kind of movie they are.
yeah.
They don't know what they are because at some points in time they're clearly leaning into the fact that they are for adults.
Weirdly.
Yeah, judging by Harley Quinn bent over with her crack hanging out and her
And Nightwing getting a fucking
getting a
boner.
Burr, 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 burr.
Yeah, Nightwing.
Yeah.
And then Harley does the little
That's
bit.
that Nightwing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Nightwing.
The Nightwing.
Harley's like, I always thought you two were gay.
Yeah. Of course.
Like,
Maybe that's why Batman's so sassy.
Could be.
this is a gay Batman in this. He's one of them bitchy gays. You know, the ones from the VH1.
From the
The VH1.
From the Video
You're
Hits
showing
one.
that age, my friend.
You know the ones.
Yeah,
From
I
the
know.
drag races.
Yeah, I know the ones.
Yeah.
I've seen
He's one of them.
I've seen the VH1.
He's one of them. I mean, they're a great watch. Batman should have amped it up a little bit more.
Wow, I bet you're really growing your follower base right now, Jeff.
That's all I can think about right now. It's how badly is this hurting our brand?
Is it really? What?
It's hurting our brand.
Is it bad? What? Did I do something wrong?
No, you're good. Let's go.
Okay, great.
Let's keep going.
Nightwing has a boner, and then
He does.
they fuck.
They do.
They
I'm a
implicate
little
later.
mad we didn't see it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right,
They
like
went all in. They should have shown a little
Right.
penetration
I mean, come on. I wanted to see a little bit of dry humping. Like, give us a break.
instead of tickle fighting.
Yeah,
It's funny
what
how
the
they
fuck was
aggressively
that?
replace the fucking with tickle fighting, like as a nudge, wink, wink. There's a scene where Ivy has to kiss that dude every 6 hours.
Yep.
And then there's this whole like the subplot. Okay.
Yeah.
It's very any movie in the 90s, any action movie. Like there were probably 3 Bond movies that were this specific thing, which were mankind is destroying the planet, so we're going to destroy mankind to save the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, that checks
It's very
out for Ivy.
Thanos.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. It's Poison Thanos.
Yeah.
It's
Just picture Thanos kissing a scientist to keep him mind controlled.
Oh.
And she's like, they only talk about climate change. The other guy's like, yeah. And it's like, you're not even from here, man.
yeah,
Like,
you're from where now? Like,
yeah.
what do you care?
You're from an alternate dimension? Cool.
Yeah, cool, bro.
He's pointy Swamp Thing.
Yeah, where did
Yeah.
did you get your doctorate in space,
Yeah.
dickhead?
He's like Swamp Thing with like a head of people hair.
Yeah, it was really weird. He looked like he looked like beefy Groot.
I was about to say he looked like shitty Groot.
Yeah.
Just like a real scumbag Groot.
Greent. Huh? Is that what? No.
Sure.
He looked like the surly green giant. You get it. Sorry to all our green fans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're
Um,
digging a
I'm
big hole for yourself.
offended.
Yeah.
Sorry. Basically, they do the whole like the virus will make everyone go green. And you're like, all right, fucking whatever.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. The plot
It's
is
just such
terrible.
a weak plot.
For sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to be a showcase for Harley,
Mm-hmm.
and it is, I guess,
I guess.
but not. She's annoying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. They make it.
She spends a significant portion of the film farting and then taking a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Same for me while I was watching that film.
You know what's funny? He's not lying.
Batman's
You're really getting to see how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
Batman's tracking Nightwing, gets to Harley Quinn's apartment and catches them tickle fighting, and then shames Dick, rightfully so, for fucking a mental patient,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a
But
mentally
also-
ill woman.
It was super weird because, like, they showed all the discarded clothes on the ground. So it's like she literally got naked. They did something. Then they got dressed. And then that's when he walked in. It's like they're all dressed
Maybe
and you're
that's for the best.
I guess.
Well,
Also,
they-
I'm going to say what everyone's thinking. Harley Quinn's hat is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. It drives me crazy.
Yeah,
It is
it
pretty
was.
dumb.
It was designed to be a one and done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she became a very popular character, so they kept bringing her back in.
Oh,
But that red and black design, it's very on the nose. It's very one and done animated character from 1993.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Because she took her when she
She
took
had
her
the initial
out-
thing off, and then she went back into like the what is
Yeah.
it called? Like a spandexy onesie or whatever the fuck, a
It's her-
leotard.
Yeah, it's her footy pajamas.
Yeah.
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 Her Spanx,
Her Spanx.
And
her
then
full body Spanx.
Dick kind of says, like, you never made out with a supervillain.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
oh,
Oh,
shit.
That's why you got kicked out.
Yeah, that's why you ain't robbing no more. I mean, that's true, though. Bruce is the horniest man in
Okay.
Gotham.
Yeah. Everything we've seen.
It has been
He's the
established.
thirstiest dude on the Eastern Seaboard.
He fucked that robot in the bar.
He did.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Clown. He fucked Captain Clown.
No, Miranda.
Miranda from Hardak.
Mm-hmm.
And then he fucked Catwoman, or he tried to.
He's trying to.
And then
Unsuccessfully. as
Talia
Bruce.
Al Ghul.
Talia for sure.
So he's made a
Mhm.
lot of. He's made a lot of ground with.
I think he's projecting onto Dick.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot to. Too bad we don't have a psychiatrist in this movie to dissect this.
Mhm.
She says she wants a deal, and Batman says, "I don't make a deal with psychopaths." And she goes, "It's a sociopath.
Mhm.
I'm a sociopath."
Talk about being self-aware. You know?
Right?
Yeah, she's that's
She's like Hyper Dexter. Right?
That-
Wasn't he a sociopath? Wasn't that part of his thing?
yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, he might have been a psychopath too. There was a lot of.
I don't think there's.
Sociopath is a person who doesn't view other people as people, right? Doesn't view them as being of value, that they are
Yes.
like pawns,
I
essentially.
think so.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
also
a
think they tend to
sociopath.
have multiple personalities too.
I'm not sure.
I don't think that's a sociopath. I think you're thinking dissociative identity. Maybe?
I don't know.
I think it's
I
that
really
one.
don't know.
I think dissociative identity is what we used to call multiple personality
Yes.
disorder. And I think a sociopath is a person that doesn't sort of consider or view other people as feelings. Like they consider themselves essentially a protagonist that doesn't have
My
any
favorite thing is I started Googling, do sociopaths have, and you know how it automatically fills it in?
sex
It
with
said,
Nightwing.
no, it says, do sociopaths have, and then it autofilled it to friends. Multiple personalities. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Sometimes people with antisocial personality disorder are called sociopaths. That doesn't help me at all. Well, I'll have to.
Welcome to Google Cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We Google all the shit we talk about 35
Look, I'm
minutes
just
in.
doing what Poison Ivy did, okay?
That's an excellent point.
We're just trying to diagnose the supervillains correctly.
Yeah, and Nightwing is trying to hit it and quit it as fast as he can.
Yeah, he wasn't even out of her apartment yet. And he's like, wait, she's going where?
Yeah, she's coming with us? And
Yeah.
then she does the whole, she's like, don't flatter yourself. Like, maybe I'll call you when I'm out of batteries.
Yeah, like I have that's one of my notes that I have
yeah,
written down.
that's such a great one.
Dick Grayson is terrible in bed. Canon.
Yeah. It is
That
official
is canon.
that this boy who is a ninja acrobat
Yeah.
can't fuck.
Cannot satisfy women.
Bad at it. He came in as an 11-year-old millionaire. I bet he's not a generous lover.
Maybe that's why they had the tickle fight. She was just trying to get him out of his head so he could get it up.
Yeah.
I feel like he doesn't. Work very hard.
I feel like he doesn't go down on women. He's that dude.
He for
I
sure.
for sure was. I was trying to.
Yeah, he's a DJ Khaled. I get it.
Nightwing played himself.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So it finds out they're going to make animal plant hybrids. He's like, yeah, he's an exiled dryad from another dimension, and Harley's like, you're shitting me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that was a necessary line to put in your now rated R. Is this rated R?
I don't know.
I guess I can.
It should be.
Yeah.
Nobody should see this movie.
They can. Yeah.
It should be restricted to everyone.
This should just be NC.
Yeah.
Just NC.
So if he is a dryad from another dimension, where did he get his doctorate?
You know what?
What is a dryad?
It's like a wood spirit.
Okay.
Kind of like a
Like
sort
a
of like a
nymph?
nymph, yeah.
Okay.
He looks nymph-like.
He's very nymph.
Well, I'm telling you,
Put him in-
pointed
put him in-
ears, man.
Just
Pointed
put him
ears.
in a little Tinkerbell dress.
You know what it reminds me of is like, do you remember in Hook when you saw like Julia Roberts with those like pointy ass ears?
Mhm.
It reminds me of that.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
He reminded me a lot of Julia Roberts during the whole thing.
Just in a general sense.
Yeah, it's just a general
Very-
Roberts vibe.
Yeah. Waves of Julia pulsing
Yeah.
off this thing.
I think that's Aaron Brockovich. I can't. I'm like checking out the cast lists on IMDb. No, it's not. It's not her. It's a PG-13 movie, by the way. This turd. They were like, you know who's gonna like this? A 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
this
because that's why they show like the boobs and the butts. It's
Yeah.
like we
Yeah.
can show just enough to get them to watch it.
Cram a dildo joke in there. They're gonna love it. Like, all right.
This movie, I think, is for creeps to masturbate to.
That's what this
100%.
is. It's master fuel. You're 100% right.
Master fuel.
It is.
Master fuel.
It is. It is one step away from It's pre-hentai. This is a gateway. This is the weed of hentai.
The gateway
It's
drug
the
to
gateway
hentai.
drug.
What do you think? If you were alone and you were watching this movie and you hadn't gotten any in a while, could you beat off to that movie?
Could I or would I?
Right. Those are two very different questions.
Would you?
No. I have access to the internet on several.
I thought you were going to say,
things.
no, I have you.
We already established I wouldn't be getting any in this scenario.
Oh.
No. I just could access porn.
All right.
I would just find some kind of weird cosplay thing. I'm pretty sure I could find that.
Yeah.
Why not see the real thing? You know? And by the real thing, I mean the fake real thing.
Right. I'm so glad we're
This is
getting into this on this podcast.
I'm here to shake things up, okay?
Tom and Jeff watch Bait Man. I forgot why we never have guests. Harley's like, I know one of Ivy's old henchmen. We'll go get him.
Mhm.
And then she sees an X.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a chase scene where this dude, who's like a parkour legend, is trying to get away from
Truly.
Ivy.
He's like one of the
from
French
Ivy-
guys in
from
D13.
Yeah. He's trying to
Like-
he's trying to get away from Harley because he knows that Harley is a murderer.
Yeah.
And that if he gets caught, he's gonna die.
Yeah. No, yeah, I know exactly. Yeah.
At first, I got a little mixed, and I thought he was one of Ivy's henchmen.
Right, like that. Well, the movie, it's a gag. Like the
Yeah.
movie makes it seem as though that's
Yeah.
what it is.
And
'Cause
it's-
she says, "Oh, we're gonna go see the henchman. Oh, stop the car! There, he's right there."
He looks like he's dealing coke in North Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, like he looks like He looks like the kind of guy that like saw 3 episodes of Miami Vice and was like, yeah, that's going to be my vibe.
Right. He looks like a guy that got every single Incubus album off of Napster.
Woof.
Oh, Jesus. I saw they had concert tickets on sale today, by the way.
Huge tour. Just
Huge
just
tour.
announced.
Massive
lot of work from the Incubus fan dog. Fan watchdog. One of my favorite bits is that they follow the dog and I refuse to follow them back.
Oh, no.
Wait, the band follows that account?
Yeah. Incubus follows the Incubus fan watchdog.
Oh, that's so
and
funny.
I refused to follow them back.
Oh, that's great.
It's my favorite joke.
And it's such a personal one.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows it but you.
No, it's
now
me
that-
and like, I mean, I think it's not a secret that I'm that. It's a secret on that account, but it's not a secret on my personal account. Like, I don't keep other people from knowing that I'm the watchdog.
No. I mean, it's the joke that that you don't follow the band back is a joke just for you.
That was a joke just for me, yes.
I still can't believe that you run that account. Like, I thought it was going to be a one and done, and it's like, no. Every morning, I'm like, what are you doing?
It has
He's like,
more
and I just
followers than it should. Like, for something as stupid as it is, it really is.
There's beauty in simplicity, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean,
ain't
we're
that
looking
the
at
dying truth?
almost 2,000 followers for one
are
to 2 tweets a day,
Bringing
max.
such light into those 2,000 people's lives.
The amount of ats I get from people that are just like, I actually really like it. It's pretty great. And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm okay, man. Well,
you should just tweet that Science is the greatest album and watch them all have a fucking meltdown.
I don't know what that means.
I do, because I actually kind of like Incubus.
That's right. When we first, here's a little sidetrack. When we first started
God.
dating, she was like, I kind of like Incubus, and I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna.
Says the man who's seen Dave Matthews Band more times than I can count.
Yeah, I can count. Did you know Val can't count past 15?
Jeff, that's too many times.
I know.
100%. Thank you.
To be
I'm glad that
fair-
we really understood what the
To
point
be
of that
fair,
joke was.
I'm from New England and came up in the 90s.
I'm from Virginia and came up in the 90s.
Yeah,
He
I'm
lives
all-
there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but weren't you a little metal boy? I
Punk.
get why you would.
But yeah.
Yeah, I get why you wouldn't have.
I've seen him a few times.
Oh, holy
It's
shit.
hard to, he's from fucking Charlottesville. It's
Yeah.
hard to avoid Dave Matthews
Thing
in
is,
Virginia.
I like
It's
Dave
actually
Matthews
it's
just
really good.
fine,
Yeah,
but
sure.
to see him that many times for somebody who hates concerts,
Well, I
I've seen
actually
my grandparents that many times.
no shit.
maybe if your grandparents put out the Crash album, you pay a little more attention to them.
My grandparents wrote Under the Table and Dreaming. Maybe I'd visit them more.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know.
What the fuck is this podcast?
I think he named a song like a grandparent would, though. Like, song 41.
There's a song called Granny.
I hate you right
What
now.
is happening right now? What's happening in Batman?
So okay, this dude is jumping from building to building, jumping from building to building.
Yes.
To escape Harley Quinn. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then he falls in a dumpster.
Mm-hmm.
And then she basically beats up her ex-cokehead boyfriend.
He dumped her at
saying
prom.
For a shiksa.
Oh, that's when she
That's
says
where
it.
we find out that
Okay.
she's very Jewish.
And then
Oh.
she's like, you made my mother cry.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Yeah.
She said that she's helping out Batman pro boner.
Mm-hmm. She does say pro boner.
Can we also add that this woman has a doctorate?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Or even a PsyD at this point in time. That is a she has a medical degree in psychiatric science, and she doesn't know what the phrase pro bono means.
I think she does.
Oh,
I think she was.
I think she's making a sexy comment.
Yeah, she's pulling a goof.
she's being a jokester.
Mm-hmm.
Where would she even learn something like that?
I don't know. She is dressed like a clown.
There are lives at stake. Okay, go to Bloodhaven. They go to Bloodhaven.
How disappointing to see that it was spelled B-L-U-D.
Harvey, there's a little bit where Harvey rips ass.
Harley.
Harvey.
Who's Harvey?
Harvey. No.
Don't fart in my car.
Batman goes, it's fine. It smells like
Smells like discipline. What
nice
is
little-
this movie?
It's because he doesn't want to show that she's affecting him. And then she rips it out again, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking puke. Like, he does that, like, oh, fuck it.
I'm just glad to finally see women farting
Yeah.
on screen.
Yeah.
It's about time.
I'm here for that.
For sure. I would be shocked if there wasn't a little shit in that.
Little
Just-
shark.
I mean, just a little shart? Yeah.
It's called a shark. Call it by its correct term, please.
A little
miss.
We're all
little
adults
stowaway.
here.
a little stowaway.
Well,
Ew, just a stowaway.
A little bit of a jailbreak going on.
Turtling. Ugh.
oh, God.
So she takes a gigantic shit in a gas station.
Yeah. And then they pull up to a rave cabin. It's the best way to describe it. And this is...
Usually it's the other way around, I
Yeah,
feel like, right? You take that shit after the rave cabin.
This is by far the best part of this movie. It is a fucking delight because the song is great.
Yeah.
Like, it's really catchy and really good.
Well, it's like a Righteous Brothers song. Or
Yeah.
something. It's like an old
And
pop
it's
song.
fucking great.
Yeah, is it a real song?
Yes, it's a real song.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's sang by
they both are.
and it's sang by Rob Paulson, who is Yakko, in case you were wondering.
And Raphael.
Oh,
And
from
Raphael.
Animaniacs?
Yeah. He's also everything.
Yeah, he's
he's
Dr. Goldblum in this too.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's just he's in everything.
Yeah, and we see Captain Clown, Ra's al Ghul's dude, the bald dude with the earring.
Oh,
that looks
yeah.
like a pirate. He's
Yeah,
there. Fucking Captain Clown.
Captain Clown is cutting a wooden floor.
Captain Clown is the guy that looked like a Captain Clown.
Yes.
He is a robot.
What?
He's a
He
robot.
is a giant
Is that the one you said
animatronic
Batman fucked?
robot.
No, he
that
fucked
was
a
the
different
blonde
robot.
girl that looked like Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, okay.
She's a robot too,
Mhm.
and Batman for sure fucked her.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Like,
And then left her alone in his mansion, and
so she could
stopped Alfred's
tase
heart
her
with a taser.
elderly, the elderly butler, with what can best be described as a ray gun, basically of electricity. I have Miranda. Maven is there, which is a real curveball
Mhm.
because Maven is essentially Selena Kyle's assistant, but she looks like Selena Kyle's librarian, and she's out cutting a rug with serial killers
for sure.
The Two-Faced twins, Min and Max,
Yeah.
are ripping it up, and the two Ivy goddess
from the spa.
from the spa are there, unless they just threw Maxie Zeus. He probably had a couple.
They could
of
have
those.
been, yeah. We haven't gotten to that episode yet, though, so I don't know.
Yeah. I have
They-
there are the mime guys.
Yeah.
The mimes are there.
Mimes.
The lady from Mr. Freeze, who was played in the movie by
Vivica A. Fox.
for some reason.
For one scene.
In 1997, the height of Vivica Fox, they put Vivica Fox as a throwaway attaché, as a valet for Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
It made zero sense
It
because
sure did.
nothing in that movie
It made
makes sense.
sub-zero sense.
I love how satisfied with yourself you were when you said that. Did you hear that he literally went,
Oh, also Rupert Thorne's assistant, the lady in the red.
Oh, yeah, she is there.
She's there, and that lady deserves a night off.
She deserves a VIP section.
Yeah,
She gets shit done.
She's the hardest working henchman in business. She should work for the Scarecrow.
What are the names of the ones in the tiger suits again?
They're like Catwoman villains from the 60s.
Okay.
So like that was an interesting bit. They took that like the tiger stripe jacket and the fucking Mouseketeer kind of hats.
Yeah.
It was from the 60s Batman series, and they used them. They're almost like ubiquitous in Batman stuff. Like you find them in random Batman shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were like kind of ragging on Batman for being essentially a Boy Scout because
It's a big old square.
they're from the 60s guys. So they're like, look at this fucking idiot here. So he sends him a glass of milk.
Yeah.
Because Batman, nothing that a nice glass of milk couldn't help. And then he starts doing a fucking Bat-Tusi at
Yeah.
him.
And then Batman drinks the milk and beats the shit out of everybody.
Yeah. But after she gets that information from Shrubby,
Yep.
who was one of Poison Ivy's, I don't know how to describe him. He looks like Black Bruce Valanche.
With a big green afro.
With a big green... He looks like somebody...
He looks like broccoli.
He looks like he had one... He looks like he had one novelty hit rap song in 2002.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of look that he has. Like or like he's like the third guy in LMFAO. He convinces Harley Quinn to sing.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the bummer about this scene is that we have 2 entire songs that we have to sit through in karaoke.
The Min and Max
God.
song is not a sit-through moment. That is a great song. It's really good.
It's a good song, but it's like the movie comes to a halt for us to watch 2.
It's literally just a time suck. They needed to like
Exactly,
just
yeah.
fill. Yeah.
Oh, and then during the song, like Batman's tapping along to Harley, and Nightwing notices. And there's a cut later where Nightwing's just dancing around like a fuckface,
Yeah.
and the whole there's no continuity in the vibe of this movie at all.
No, it's
No.
all over the place.
They
It's really strange.
They tried to be fun. It's like Justice League. When Joss Whedon took over after
Yeah.
Zack Snyder, and you're like, this is 2 different movies at the same time.
Yeah.
And
It got what 50% on Rotten Tomatoes.
it's literal 50%.
Yep.
Ugh.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. This is the best that we have to offer.
I know.
It's not
It's
good.
hard when your source material is dog shit.
Yeah, it's
You'd be surprised at how much easier it is actually when that happens.
Yeah.
Shrubby gives her an address. The henchmen are threatening. Batman drinks the milk. He takes off his belt,
he does.
and
Yeah. Why did he do that?
to show that he doesn't need his
And also he's taking the belt off. It's a
like
thing.
when you're gonna beat your kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Take
he
the
was
belt
he was
off.
like signaling Dick because Dick knows what that means. Like when Batman
He's
takes the
to
belt
beat-
off, that means
Man,
he's about to get beat.
That was his
Yeah.
Robin training was just getting beat with a belt.
Oh.
Yeah, just going after.
Oh man,
him.
apparently my dad was training me to be a superhero for a long time.
Oh.
Um
Too soon.
And then we see like the outside of the rave cabin, and we have 3 distinct Batman 66 sound effects bubbles.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
We
Yeah.
have break
Bleed,
Yeah.
which I liked.
and ow my balls. Because by PG-13 they meant a 13-year-old wrote this
Correct.
movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
This was for yeah.
Then we have the next good scene, which is Bruce Timm as Booster Gold.
Yeah, that was
Bruce
pretty good.
Timm, co-creator, designer, and director of Batman the Animated Series. The guy who essentially created the Batman animated aesthetic is Bruce Timm. And he's playing Booster Gold, who is a kind of like a celebrity hero from the future that came back in time. And Batman apparently looked to the Justice League. He's like, I need some Justice
Yeah, he
League
calls
help.
the Watchtower for some help, and everybody's busy.
So he goes, well, I can get you...
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good bit.
He's
Yeah.
like, I can get you Black Condor, and Nightwing kind of does the meh, and he
Nah,
does like
yeah.
the shake hands. He goes, I can get you Elongated Man, and then he does the like the flapping.
he
the
talks
gums,
too
like
much.
he talks too much. He's like, we can get you Triumph, and then he just does the L on the forehead,
Like
he's a fucking
loser.
loser. And then he goes, how about Bloodwind?
And he does
the jerk-off
thing
motion.
With,
He even does the cum.
explosion.
It was funny because Jeff didn't see it at first because he was taking
I was
notes, and
writing
I was
these
like,
notes,
"You
yeah.
need to rewind that and see what you just missed."
And then he goes, I can do it. And he's like, no.
Yeah, they're like really, and he starts crumpling paper next to it to be like,
he's like, we're going under high
losing
tension
you.
wires.
Going under high tension wires.
And he just goes, that
That sounds like paper.
that sounds like paper.
It's a good bit.
It is. It's actually really funny because he probably would be very helpful,
Booster for sure. Yeah,
and they're just assholes.
right. And he's he's lame.
We have a mouse experiment that goes horribly awry.
Oh, poor mouse.
Yep.
I mean,
That's what mice are for. That's
Yeah.
why you buy them.
and the
That's why you buy them.
buy them.
Oh.
I buy them to feed snakes. Basically, the hypnotized scientist is like, there are millions of variables. If you really want this to work, you got to go to Swamp Thing's swamp.
And get the exact because
And
it has
get the-
something to do
Yeah.
with Swamp Thing's DNA.
Yeah.
so they got to go to the swamp.
Well, it's the pH levels of the water
Yeah.
and like everything.
Yeah, he
like
was saying
that.
if like anything is off at all.
The entire Earth will be dead.
Yeah.
Now we have a fight.
We do.
Batman is getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Like fucked up.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nightwing's doing great because he likes fighting women.
It's when he really shines.
This is the second exclusive Nightwing on a woman fight that we've got so far. The Doctor is murdered.
He is.
By the Florin Man.
He gets stabbed with a big old piece of Jason Woodrue. The whole building burns down.
A real Rufio death over there. I'm going to see how many Hook references I can make in this podcast.
There's a big explosion. Batman gets out of the rubble and he goes, Nightwing. And it's like, give it a second. He might be dead. Maybe Nightwing?
No.
More than just Nightwing. Like, get the fuck out of here. Let's go. Like,
that's the get me
stop
a beer
fucking
voice.
around.
Yeah.
At the least, there's probably like a shard of wood in his leg.
For sure. Definitely.
But nope, you're just
right in his nightwig.
And then they look over at Harley comforting this dying Doctor.
I know.
Yeah, it's a weird beat for her though, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
It's
Maybe just to show that how much she's changed.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. Like,
I mean, she is worse when the Joker's around. Like she's not as
he's toxic.
Well, he is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know if you knew this about the Joker, but he's the toxic character.
So yeah, I guess it's not totally out of the blue for her to do something like that.
Yeah. And so he's like, Louisiana, they need to go, blah, blah, blah. And she's just like, when you get to heaven, try to fuck my grandma.
Yeah. Really throw one in her.
Yeah.
She's been waiting.
Really.
Yeah.
Really just raw dog my grandma in heaven.
Oh my God.
Thanks, clown. Like, that guy's last moments of lucidity are fucking crazy. Because he's waking up to see what is essentially like a tiny green dominatrix and what is essentially the Incredible Hulk murdering you.
Yeah.
Followed by a clown telling you that when you go to heaven to fuck her grandmother. There's a lot going on in that
real
man.
roller coaster.
Yeah.
The last 2 minutes of his life.
Yeah. There's not a moment of peace for this man. So basically it cuts to there's this roadblock. And then Ivy and the Florin Man are like watching the roadblock from the edge of the
so
woods.
Weird.
And it's just like, you guys don't need this.
Yeah, like they're like two like magical beings.
Yeah, and they're doing like a bit from that Eddie Murphy jail escape movie,
Life,
where they're just like, oh, there's the cops over there.
Right, it's like Gandalf worried about a DUI stop. Like, what is...
Yeah, Harry Potter. We can't go over there. There's officers. There's a Bobby. Just fly away on your broom.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Use your wand.
Yeah, you magic child. Just leave.
You fucking sorcerer.
Yeah. You know what you could do? You could just surf on these trees.
Yeah.
Out of here.
They can't touch you.
There's no way that you're in any trouble. And then the Florin Man's like, check this out, man. I got some psychedelic fucking sweet potatoes that I took.
That was so weird.
It's actually a reference to the Alan Moore Swamp Thing. Right?
How dare you? He takes out, he says, eat these tubers.
Yeah.
She's like, it's like somebody handing you mushrooms and you know that they didn't wash all the cow shit off of them.
Yeah, for sure. She reacts that way as well.
Spoken like a man who has never done drugs.
I know where they grow.
I
know.
Sometimes the risk is worth the reward, Jeff.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I feel like this is just for drugs, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only time. That's the only time.
They eat it, and then they basically coast through the green. And this is a reference that I've brought up several times whenever Swamp Thing is that he's the guardian of the green. He's the guardian of the flora of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, become one with the green, man. And it's a very like, there might as well be playing some like Ravi Shankar or something in the background. Like it's a very, hey man, like it just seems like that episode of Wonder Years when he went to the makeout party and it was all like Never mind. That's too deep a cut.
That's a real deep
Yeah.
cut.
It just seems like there should have been like weed smoking beanbag chairs
Right,
everywhere
yeah,
when he did
for
this.
sure.
Some
yeah.
beaded curtains.
Yes,
Right.
that's
Yep.
exactly right. Yeah,
I'm gonna expand your horizons.
yeah. Fucking smoke on the water playing. In the background.
Yeah. Listening to Iron Butterfly.
Yeah. Then we cut to Nightwing at an ambulance. The ambulance showed up, and I'm like, doesn't it seem strange that Batman and Robin would be like, oh, like a paramedic's here. I think I'll partake. It's like you've got like a hospital,
Right, like you have a belt full of that shit.
yeah, you've got a belt full of hospital.
Yeah.
You don't need some dude
Yeah.
that's running third shift to set your arm. You're
Yeah.
Batman and Robin. But the Batwing shows up.
Yes.
Whoa.
Uh,
Hey there, Batwing. Thank you for your help. And she says, she looks at Nightwing. She's so mad. She goes, oh, you're going to Captain Kirk me for info?
Yep.
Oh, that was so great.
Yeah,
That's a
that
good
was
line.
a solid line.
That was a good line. Call back to Batman versus Two-Face.
Yeah.
Because Captain
Circuitous,
Kirk
but for sure.
was in it. Take me. He's like, I can't fucking trust you. You're a loose cannon. Like, you can't, like, it could be Thursday and you could fucking turn on me.
Mhm.
Like,
He points out all the correct reasons why not
Yeah.
to bring
Yeah.
this person with them.
and then she does this whole, like, I'm forgetful. What if I forget to water myself? I'll die. I can't be a plant person. Like,
She after lists, it's a litany of pets she's killed
Yeah.
accidentally.
What about the dog?
Through negligence.
choked on the cat.
My cat choked on the goldfish.
It's usually what happens with people that have disorders. It usually starts with killing animals and then people. So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
She brought herself there. So fine. We go, and then Nightwing goes, your plan B is Harley Quinn. Because he's really mad that his hookup
Right.
is still here for brunch
Yeah.
the next morning.
Yeah. He thought he would be long clear of that.
Yeah. There are also the musical nods to the animated series are
They
very
play the
visible.
theme
Yeah.
right here. Yeah.
Yeah, they do a lot of nods to the original series. Because this is apparently a naughty version of the Batman the Animated Series
Yeah.
canon.
It's a animated series for creeps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the
it's like
animated series is good, right?
Yes.
Generally speaking.
Generally.
yes.
Okay.
Production-wise, yes. Story-wise, 2/3 yes.
Okay.
Yeah. For
and
the
then
most part.
1/3 fucking bananas. And then 1/3 of people turning into mutant bats.
And cat people.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes they're like, let's do another Moreau episode.
Yeah. Some more cat persons.
Can we not do more monsters
Stay away
in
from
Gotham
that.
City?
Oh,
Batman-
werewolf now. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
we're gonna
A
werewolf
Got a
because
werewolf.
Batman is just a dude that does push-ups. Let's not have him fight a werewolf. So they get to the swamp, and Batman has brought Argus with him,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a bunch of people that you immediately are like, oh, they're gonna die,
Yeah. And they do.
and they do. A lot of deaths.
Yeah.
Lot of
Yes.
deaths. Harley's mad that there's no bug spray.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, have some vitamin B. The plants just start murdering soldiers.
They do.
There's a lot going on. The tree vines go to eat them. Harley,
Right, and Harley seems to roll on them for a second.
yeah, she's trying to convince Ivy to stop. Ivy's like, I'm saving it, and Harley's like, fine, and then she fucks up the tree.
Mhm.
She like double crosses, and then is like, actually, I'm not going to double cross at all. There's a Harley and Ivy fight, which is pretty good.
They both punch each other in the boob.
Yeah, that part's actually really funny, where they like an errant punch in the boob. She's like, ow, you bitch. She talks later about how like Harley one time turned a popsicle stick into a 3-headed snake one time, and it like fucked her up on popsicles for the rest of her life. And then she actually does it.
Yeah, she does do a little
Ivy
branch, yeah.
Ivy does turn the branch into the snake. The Florida Man gets electrocuted and hit with a sonic gun, which they spend a lot of time focusing on the sonic gun.
Mm-hmm.
Batman takes the sonic drill, which I think might be a handheld version of the one from the episode of Vertigo.
Yeah. That's what that guy sounded like.
Yes, that's right, Batman. I've got the sonic drill.
It's all right. He got his life destroyed by a lot of giant bells
Yeah,
and then fell out of a tower.
yeah, a beautiful
Yeah.
off-balance Nazi. So, like, the sonic gun, they focused on it, and it has no effect.
Doesn't
Like,
do anything.
they-
Why would it?
They really red herring you with that gun because
Why would it work?
I don't know. Maybe sonics work on plants.
On plants?
I don't know. They focused on that gun a lot.
They do.
The vines. At one point in time, there's a complete Little Shop of Horrors eating a dude scene where a plant eats a guy with a wife. Probably
For sure, yeah.
a man with children
At least a guy with living relatives.
got murdered by a big Venus flytrap.
I'm here for it.
It's a tough message to deliver.
What happened? Well,
Here's the thing.
Where do I start?
You ever see Little Shop of Horrors? Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but like Nightwing is fighting the Flooring Man and like choking him from behind, and everyone's like shooting at the Flooring Man and Nightwing.
Mm-hmm.
They are caking that whole area in bullets.
Yeah. Well,
And Nightwing is right there.
Yeah, he's... You know what? This is what he signed up for. He knew what the risks were. Sometimes you're going to be choking a tree man. Sometimes you're going to be trying to put an ent in a headlock while the army shoots at you.
it's like that scene in Django where he just picks up the other guy and uses him as a shield.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's just the guy keeps getting shot. The Flooring Man's dick gets shot off. And then so like
Have we gotten to the point where Harley saves the world with white woman tears?
oh,
Because she does.
she's talking to the manager. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Full on. I want to talk to your manager.
She's like, you could wipe out everything, and Ivy just goes, it doesn't matter, and you're like, it's just a nihilist then? Like, is that your whole thing at this point? Fine. Harley Quinn wipes off her makeup.
And her domino mask, which was apparently makeup.
Yeah.
I always
Never really thought about that.
I always thought she was wearing a mask.
Nope, she just painted a mask on her face.
Wow. I guess it's
Seems like
easier
work, but no,
because you can't
is
get
it?
that knocked off your head.
It's not easier. Yeah. As a woman who has to apply a mask every day, it's not easier than wearing one.
It's not easier than taking 2 seconds to slide something over my head.
Yep.
I would like to see you wearing a domino mask from now on. Harley Quinn. So they have like a white girl cry.
Yeah.
So that part is so weird.
It's very strange, yeah. She calls it the nuclear option. She wipes up all her makeup and then just cries.
And so the Flooring Man goes, so that's where your allegiance lies, with a cancerous mate. And that is a fun, interesting reference to the fact that Harley and Ivy fucked.
Yeah, they super did.
Well, obviously, if Harley's nuclear option is crying,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
yeah.
It's not subtle in the episode of
in the
Harley
original
and I,
one, yeah.
It's
In the original animated episode, they fucked, and it's clear.
Ooh, I want to watch that one.
a good episode,
It's
actually.
great, yeah. It's really well done. Too bad you make fun of me for doing a podcast about Batman so much.
Because you made me watch this filth.
That's a good sentence to describe this movie.
I mean, wait a second, that seems retroactive. This has been less
trash.
than 24 hours.
You kept
since you
telling
watched
me about
this
how
movie.
bad it was and how I had to watch it.
That's true. That's
You're not
part of
making this better.
I'm like,
You got to watch it. This is terrible.
yeah. But look, it got 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. We're watching it tonight. After what? Game of Thrones. You know, right when you're really in peak watching something time.
Added to 88 minutes of Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Ivy and the Flooring Man have a force battle with vegetables.
They do. Yeah.
And is everyone just watching it happen?
Yeah.
Is Batman just like, oh, that's pretty neat?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, Ivy's.
Good thing I don't have anything else in my bat belt.
Yeah, too bad. I mean, I'm not the world's greatest detective, so it's probably best that I just let this 98-pound woman go up against the Incredible Hulk that has a telepathic connection to all these vines.
That was almost John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like basically like, like I'm Batman. I should just hang out, just hang loose, let them take care of themselves.
Then Swamp Thing shows up.
What the fuck,
This man.
Everything got all sparkly. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, first off, he's doing there's a monologue
Yeah.
by the Florida Man he does a monologue and everyone's just watching him. Batman just decided to really phone in the last 20 minutes of his life.
He got very embarrassed in front of his boy.
You embarrassed me in front of my former ward. I don't know what any of that means. Yeah, like
I feel like I'm the one who should be offended.
like this is a very I don't know. It just seems weird and odd that everybody's like, so were you the kid from before? And now you're just taller?
What was that like?
Did
Did you move out?
Was it the belt?
Oh my
Did he hit
god.
you with the belt too much? Here comes Swamp Thing.
Show me on this Batmite doll.
Swamp Thing shows up and you're like, oh, here it is. The
Yeah.
Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
This is the thing. And Swamp Thing goes, the
He
earth
basically says, I really wish you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, he goes, the earth has suffered at the hands of mankind, but you've upset the balance. But he goes, but it's not my place to judge. See you later. Okay, bye. And this
Deuces. And then he
sinks
leaves.
back in.
It
And
was
everyone's-
so weird.
Everyone's just sitting there like, the fuck?
Was the movie that was already firmly off the rails. This is just the wreckage tumbling into a canyon.
This movie tries to juggle so many things, and it does zero things correctly.
We're getting to it anyway, so the ending?
What
the hell is this
There is no ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally wrote down the ... end ? In your notes.
Yeah, so what happens is it's like what are we gonna do? Something I don't know. The sonic gun didn't work. The electric batarang didn't work. And Harley's like, what if he? Like it's kind of leafy. So we have a match, and then they all smile.
They kiss Harley
and
on
then
the
they
cheek.
Kiss
It's
Harley on
so
the cheek.
Fucking weird.
And that's the end. And then later there's a little him running around being like, oh, on fire. But
setting the woods on fire.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't
And
stick around that long.
Here's the other part of this is that
I
they
didn't stick around that long.
Well, as soon as they do that ending where it's like they kiss Harley on the cheek and then Batman strikes a match and then it fucking ends, I was like, I am done.
Yeah, I'm out.
Stop. I'm not watching for a post-credit scene.
Here's the thing, though, is that the implications of this are that Batman has decided that he is going to defeat this refugee, or exile. I mean,
It's a little bit different.
can be kind of a little bit whatever. Doesn't matter.
Sure.
He's going to burn him alive like he's the goddamn Viet Cong.
Yeah.
Like-
he went full comedian on his ass.
Yeah, he is going to light this man on fire
Yeah.
until he dies.
Presumably.
Well,
He's got to make him stop it.
stop trying to kill all the people. The Swamp Thing experience, it can't be glossed over enough because the Swamp Thing's existence is kind of the MacGuffin in this. That he is the genome map that they're trying to recreate.
Yes.
They're trying to create what is essentially a world of Swamp Things.
Mm-hmm.
Swamp Thing shows up and says, hey, I'm the protector of all this place.
Do that. Bye. Sleep.
But
Tired. I got a nap now.
but I guess only God can judge you, so I'm out. And then he just leaves
Yeah.
and just sitting there. And even Harley goes, well, that was a big ass bucket of nothing.
Yeah.
And it's I guess it's kind of funny that they built this whole thing up and they did this whole majestic, because he's the size of a building.
Yeah. He's
This whole
huge.
majestic Swamp Thing thing, only for him to be like, bye.
Yeah.
I don't participate in this. It's both infuriating and hilarious at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they didn't know. It's like Jurassic Park 3. They started making it without
Oh.
knowing what was going
Right.
to happen.
How dare you?
Jurassic Park 3.
Don't you dare.
The
Don't.
movie that famously
No.
started without a script. What? Really? 3?
I love that franchise so dearly.
They have coasted on one very good movie for a very long time.
I will see every one of them and I don't care.
I mean, I like that they amped it up to insanity now.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just out of its goddamn mind.
Yeah.
like the
now.
next one is gonna for sure be in a hospital.
The Jurassic Park franchise is my incubus. Or my Dave Matthews Band, I
There
should
it is,
say.
Yeah. You saw this how many times?
Yeah.
Raptors on.
We are 3 movies away from zombie raptors. You know that, right?
Oh my god, that'd be so cool!
Yeah, it would be kind of cool.
I mean, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna dispute.
White
that.
Walker Raptors?
That's kind of like putting a hat on a hat. Like,
Give T-Rex some wings. I don't give a shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's just a dragon.
these are going to be high budget sci-fi Saturday afternoon original movies pretty soon, and
For
I
sure.
am here for it.
I can't. Oh, let's have a dinosaur human hybrid.
That was
supposed
to be the plot of
yeah,
part 3.
It was supposed
Really?
to, and then 4. It was supposed to be the plot of
What
Jurassic World.
happened?
They decided to make the first movie over again.
Oh,
What, with Jurassic World?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was gonna be Dino Man,
that'd be so cool.
Dino human soldiers.
I mean, sure.
I'll say this. I know that movie word for word. And as weird as 4D is.
Please tell me Jurassic Park 3 is the movie you know word for word.
No, the first one. But seeing it in 4D is really fun to get like water splashed at you and
Oh, for
shit
sure.
when you're like riding around.
I
It's
would
really fun.
totally watch that in 4D. I
It's
watched
really fun.
The Equalizer in 4D. They really had to stretch to make that one work.
Yeah.
The equal, like the
The Denzel movie.
Denzel
yeah.
Washington
Yeah.
action movie. Where do they just turn on the heat every time there's explosions?
Well, I feel like 42 is like meant for movies that you've seen before. It's kind of sucks to go see them, like to go and see a movie you've never seen with that because it startles you and throws and kind of takes you out of it.
Yeah,
You
like one of
know,
the mechanisms is that it pokes you in the back.
Yeah.
Which is not an experience I want when I'm watching a movie for the first time. It's like,
yeah.
That's
Well,
they
that's-
do Batman and Harley Quinn in 4D.
yeah. Just goosing me in the ass
Yeah,
constantly.
the tickle scene. You're just
Yeah.
like, this is not.
Yeah, this seat shouldn't be tickling me. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel good.
Yeah,
This feels bad. It feels actually
you just
bad.
feel a boner pressed into your lower back.
Right, when you with the they just take a fucking 10-pound kettlebell and smack you in the chest with it. You signed a waiver.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man. All right. Well,
I think that's an episode.
it's a sode.
It's
It's not. It wasn't good. Like this movie was hard.
It was great.
I fell asleep.
Val fell asleep.
There was one thing you said at the you were mentioning, and I was like, nope, I was 100% sleeping for that. I'm like,
No memory of that event.
ugh.
So yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, if you liked this episode, which you very
did.
well may or may not have,
You did.
if you like that, do yourself a favor. Check out Gamefully Unemployed at Patreon. Patreon.com/Gamefully Unemployed.
That's right.
For shows like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, as well as Fox Mulder is a Maniac, which is a fantastic show.
Yeah. We do that show. We
Yeah,
also
you
just
do.
got a new T-shirt design by Starling Hodge, who made the logo for Fox Mulder's Maniac. You can check that out in our store at tpublic.com/store/Gamefully Unemployed. It's pretty great.
That's pretty great.
And she's working on a Where's Bane.
Where's Bane?
Where's Bane?
Ben Mendelsohn. You get it. Val listens to every episode. You know.
I'm just here for the Fox Mulder's a Maniac
Yeah, for
swag.
Sure, yeah, for sure. We got to get
for
you
shit,
on that.
yeah.
Val, you got anything to promote?
I guess I'm doing this tour with a guy named Joe May.
J May.
We're doing the Not Looking for Anything Serious tour, which are people are like, where'd you get that name? I'm like, that is what I told Jeff on our second date. So
Wah, wah, wah.
here we are doing an East Coast tour. It's Philadelphia, Portland.
25th at Raven Lounge.
Yeah, we're doing. I'll start from the beginning.
So
City.
I can knock out the. I have it right here if you want it.
I knew what it was.
Oh, okay, go for it.
Jesus. So we're starting on May 20th at Cityside, which is in Alston, Mass. And then the Tuesday show is Merrimack, New Hampshire at Merrimack Comics and Games. The Wednesday show is at Newburyport Brewing Company in Newburyport, Mass. Thursday is at Lincoln's Laugh Shack in Portland, Maine.
Lincoln's Laugh Shack.
Friday we have a day off because we have to drive to goddamn Philadelphia, and then Saturday the 25th is our show at Raven Lounge, and then Sunday the 26th are too late. We already
Probably too
sold
late,
out.
yeah.
We sold out.
sold out
Greater
3
Good
weeks in
Imperial
advance.
Brewing Company there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
It's a big deal.
yeah. And
Pretty
then
good.
you got any shows if people are out in Los Angeles? that they
Yeah,
can see?
so I run an all-female show, which if you're listening
Cut
to this
this.
podcast, you could probably use some of. It's called the Mermaid Comedy Hour. It's the second Monday of the month at the Improv Lab at 9:30 p.m. And that show's, happening all the time, which is soup's great.
all the time, right now.
Every month, dickhead. What else do I have to plug? I guess that's it for now.
That's enough.
You can follow me on social media.
You got all your plugs.
Let me finish my goddamn social media handle. It's at Valerie. Did you just fart while I said that?
Nope.
It sounded like it. At Valerie_Tosi. Go ahead, you fucking heathen.
You can check me out on Possible Tour in the Northeast. I don't know how this is going to work out. Also, Mint Uncard is the second Friday of every month, which means upon release of this, it will be on Friday.
This Friday, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be this Friday. It's the second Friday of every month. Beautiful Magnolia and Burbank at Blast from the Past. Check that out. Also, you can check out Sideshow with Jeff May through Sideshow Collectibles and find me on the socials, and I can get you all that information. So thanks. What about you, Tom? What else you got going on?
That's it.
No, it's not.
It's it.
No, it's not. You write stories on Collider.
I do that.
That's very important, and people
Ooh,
should check it
stories
out.
and Collider.
Stories?
The story boy and
Yeah,
Collider.
I sure am. But that's it. Everybody else knows.
But that's it. Don't diminish the wonderful things that you do.
I love that you're building him up, and you told me that's enough when I was trying to plug my stuff.
You've been built up.
That's because I have more credits than you.
Oh, man. Shots fired. All right, say goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, bye, Val.
Aw.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
Hey, watch the hands, Buster Brown.
Sorry, I was just...
Jeez, 20 minutes of naughty fun time and they think they own you.
I wasn't. I was just trying to...
Look, maybe I'll call you sometime, okay? Like when I'm out of batteries or something.
Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at Justin T. Brown and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.